and welcome to Club 5, episode 13 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, I've got two games for you. We're away to West Ham in the Premier League, and then I've got the second leg of our EFL Cup semi-final against Arsenal in match number 2. So let's get straight into it, and the team to face West Ham is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team for the game at West Ham, and it is Severa in goal, back four of Aït-Nouri, Darling, Iwu and new signing Walters, and it's Gore behind João Gomez and Aronson in midfield, Diego Lopez on the left, Franco on the right and Silva up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants to be impressed and wants them to put on a show. Why not? So let's point the finger and agree with him. And let's get out there and do exactly that. But before we do, we've got a tunnel interview. Am I confident of a good showing? I don't see why not. West Ham are currently 15th in the Premier League. Do you think there's a chance they could take all the points at the London Stadium? We're playing a team with the ability to challenge us. It is going to be tough. What's my thoughts about the recent run of fixtures? Harder than expected. Okay, let's get into it and see if we can walk away from this one with 3 points. That would be a massive step towards survival. If we can take the 3 points from this, we would have a 5-point lead over West Ham if we were to get all 3 points today. So that would be huge. As Darling looks for an option, plays it into Aronson, onto Silva. Franco on the right picks up the ball, plays it back to Walters, onto Aronson. João Gomez finds the back of the net. We're 16 minutes in, and it is West Ham United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. And we've got a throw in. It's Aït-Nouri into Gomez. Aït-Nouri's cross, and the keeper spills it, but the defender helps him out. Cleared over the halfway line, but Iwu picks up the loose ball, charges down the right, plays it into Franco, back to Aronson, João Gomez to Gore, into Lopez, to Aït-Nouri on the left, gets to the bar. In fact, he doesn't get to the byline, he shoots himself, finds the back of the net, and it is West Ham United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. And we've played 20 minutes, but now it's a West Ham corner. Ward-Prowse with the cut back to Bowen, and Jared Bowen finds the corner of the net. West Ham United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. So it's been a hectic, chaotic opening 25 minutes. We're edging it at the moment, but it is West Ham in possession again. Reguilon to Thiago Gouveia. Plays it through, and Bayer shoots over the top. So I'm going to have to demand more at this stage. If we can get one more goal, I make us favourites to win it. And as it stands, we've got an 11-point lead over third bottom Crystal Palace. So a massive gap at this stage of the season. And Ward-Prowse's free kick goes close, and the keeper's tipped it round the post for a corner. So Ward-Prowse pulls it back to Bowen, and he's very nearly done it again and has forced a save from the goalkeeper. So it will be a corner, and it is a Ward-Prowse in-swinger from the other side. And that's headed up rather than away. Mavropanos back to Ward-Prowse. Bamba back to Mavropanos. And the highlight, thankfully, comes to an end. So we're going to get to half-time with our lead intact. It's West Ham 1, Wolves 2. We've been second best, so we're lucky to be in the lead. what am I going to say? Yeah, we'll do it for the fans. Why not? And let's have a look at potential changes. Performance-wise, everyone's fine. Harry Darling's on a yellow card and apparently deserved it. So I'm going to bring Mosquera on for him. And I'm also going to take Walters off. He's not going to see the game out anyway. So let's bring Jordan Teze on for him. And we'll start the second half. And it is a West Ham corner. Ward-Prowse back to Bowen. Don't let him shoot. And we do, and we get away with it. And the highlight comes to an end. So we need to demand more. And probably another change. Franco's having a poor match so far. I'll bring on Anderson Nyangbo. As João Gomez shoots and it's just wide. Next one to come off is going to be Lopez. So probably on about 65 to 70 minutes. João Gomez to Mosquera. Turns, plays it back to João Gomez. Silveira to Iwu. Out to Teze. Nyangbo. Plays it back to Gore. João Gomez plays it left to Aït-Nouri, and we've got space for the first time. Into Diego Lopez, who finds the back of the net, but is he onside? We're going to find out in a moment, but if he is, that's going to be his last contribution. The goal's given, and we'll bring Yakubu on the left-hand side. And the final change is going to be João Gomez for Adam Wharton with 15 minutes to go. And Bowen gives the ball away. We clear it long. Wharton wins it, finds Silva. Aronson to Nyangbo on the right. Nyangbo takes on the West Ham defence, and Silva applies the finish to his cross, and it's West Ham 1, Wolves 4, and this one's over now. So we can definitely say we are winning this one. As Silveira takes the goal kick. Wharton to Gore with the header. Teze down the right hand side. Beats his man, plays it forward for Nyangbo. Plays it into Gore, over the top but cleared. Paqueta, Reguilon, Paqueta. Spreads it to Bowen, plays it in and Mosquera clears. Wharton to Aziz. To Nyangbo on the right. Nyangbo infield to Aronson, clipped forward. And keeper's made the save, we'll have a corner. So we've got about 7 minutes. And it's Wharton with the left-footed in-swinging corner. Headed away, Gore will get there. And plays it back to Teze, and the highlight comes to an end. But we immediately get another one. Aït-Nouri to Wharton. Gore into Aronson. Teze on the right, bursting forward, and he's been caught. And that's a penalty. I'm hoping it's going to be Silva with the spot kick, but it might not be. Assuming that VAR upholds the decision, of course. And they have. The penalty is given. And it is number 10, which is Fabio Silva. And he makes it 5-1. So that's his 10th of the season. And it's West Ham 1, Wolves 5. And this is in the end a comfortable victory. Wan-Bissaka comes forward, plays it to Reguilon. Paqueta looking for a cross, instead pulls it back. Reguilon ghosting into the area, and Reguilon with the finish makes it West Ham 2, Wolves 5. It won't matter. We're going to win comfortably. Teze to Iwu. Across to Mosquera. To Teze again. Turns. Holds off the challenge. Finds Aronson, who plays it into Nyangbo. It's pulled back to Gore. Finds Wharton. Aziz to Gore. Silva with the shot, and it's cleared. But he's offside anyway. Wouldn't have counted. And that probably is going to be the last highlight. And there it is. Full time. West Ham 2. Wolves 5. And I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and the second leg of our Carabao Cup semi-final against Arsenal. We go to the Emirates, trailing 2-1 from the first leg. The team that's going to go and try and retrieve the situation is Silveira in goal. Back four is Zandona, Darling, Mosquera and Tanganga. Gore behind Wharton and Bellegarde in midfield. Guedes on the left, Franco on the right, Nyangbo up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant is suggesting the pundits might not believe in us today, but the fans do. Go out and do them proud. I think that's probably right. So we will pump the fists and agree with him. And let's get out there and see if we can do it. Am I looking for a repeat performance given how impressive we were against West Ham? It's important to play well in every match. As much as it might be a cliche, is the first goal all important? We want to score early. How big of an absentee is the suspended Jordan Teze? It's a squad game, so the challenge has been set for everyone else. And let's get out there and see if we can complete the turnaround. As I say, we trailed 2-1 from the first leg, and the first highlight is an Arsenal one, and it's Abada over the free kick, and he's hit it over the crossbar. So we escape that first highlight unscathed, and now we just have to hope we can get the first goal. Wharton to Franco, and Andre Franco has levelled the tie on aggregate 7 minutes in. It is Arsenal 0, Wolves 1, 2-2 on aggregate. And at the moment we're heading for extra time, but there's an awful long way to go in this one. And clearly Arsenal will feel aggrieved at conceding the goal. They have been statistically the better team, and the longer it goes with the score at 1-0, the more we've got to think about, do we stick or twist? Nathan with the throw in to Lewis Skelly. Nathan and Ketia to Lewis Skelly, and Miles Lewis Skelly has levelled it on the night for Arsenal, and they're back in front on aggregate. Tanganga's having a nightmare, so now we need to demand more, and Tanganga's going to have to come off sooner rather than later, I think. I'll bring him off at half time. I don't want to make a change before that if I don't have to. Silveira's kept us in it with that save. If that goes in, it's probably game over. Nwaneri, and the header hits the crossbar, and we have got our backs against the wall. I think we need a switch to attacking until the end of the first half. Abada's corner comes in, headed away. Haddad plays it forward to Abada, and Nketiah's shot is wide, and it's a goal kick, but the highlight comes to an end. Arsenal definitely will feel aggrieved. We should play for set pieces, and let's get into the dressing room and give the lads some words of encouragement. We're in the position we deserve to be. Show me something better. I don't agree with my assistant's suggestion this time. So Daniel Gore is shattered. And we'll bring on João Gomez. And also take off Tanganga. And look to bring somebody else on at right back if we can. In fact, we can't. Tanganga's going to have to see it out. Might just have to have a word with him and offer him some encouragement. So we'll speak to Japhet Tanganga. Prove to everyone you've got what it takes. Set him a challenge. He's now composed. So hopefully that will lead to a better performance in the second half. But he's gone back up to a 6.4. He had dropped to a 6.3. Abada down the right for Arsenal. Cuts it back to O'Neill. Into Berger. And the shot is wide. Demand more. I'm going to drop back to positive for now. As the right-footed corner comes in. It's pulled back to Haddad. And the shot pinballs around. And Upamecano puts the ball in the net. There is an appeal for offside. Difficult to say because it's had that many deflections. Anything could have happened. The goal's given. Arsenal lead on the night. And they lead 4-2 on aggregate as well. So this is basically done now. We might as well go attacking. And we might as well throw all our remaining subs on. So Nyangbo off. And Silva on. We'll take off Mosquera and bring on Adarabioyo. And also I'll make a change on the wing as well. In fact, let's not do that. Let's take Guedes off and bring Yakubu on. And let's see if we can get back into this. As Berger comes forward for Arsenal. Plays it into Haddad. And it's offside. Aït-Nouri for Zamdona seems like a perfectly reasonable change. So I'll agree to that one. And I think that's it. It is. That's our last remaining change. So all we can do now is demand more and hope we can get 2 goals in the remaining 5 minutes. Not likely. Tanganga to Gomez. Adarabioyo into Wharton. To Tanganga on the right. Forward. Finds Bellegarde. To Wharton. Into Aziz. Back to Darling. Aït-Nouri forward for Aziz on the left hand side. Gets round his man. Can he get a cross in? Aït-Nouri can. And Franco scores. Had an awful lot to do, but he's done it. And it is Arsenal 2, Wolves 2. So on the night we're level. Can we get one more goal in the remaining minute of stoppage time? The answer is no. So it finishes Arsenal 2, Wolves 2 on the night. Arsenal 4, Wolves 3 on aggregate. And I'll be back in a moment to show you the Premier League table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the Premier League table then. And as you can see, we are in 13th place. After 25 matches, we've got 9 wins, 5 draws, 11 defeats and 32 points on the board. So we're 11 points clear of third bottom Crystal Palace. with 13 games to go, we're probably only 3 or 4 points away from safety at this stage. So should be absolutely no chance of getting relegated. So let's have a look at when we're going to come back. And I'm going to try and get the remaining games done in 2 episodes. So I'll bring you back at the start of March, and I'll show you the home game against Newcastle and the away game against Liverpool. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.